Hello, Cherie Hanson here. Look at this. I'm doing 2 videos back to back. I was sitting meditation today with Wim Hof, and I got this download that made me feel all blue and healing and full of love. And the thing that came to me was the words, honor thyself. And I thought about that, as I always do. It's kind of like getting a package in the mail or from Amazon, and you just cut it open and take it apart and see what's in there and what's in with the packing and how many pieces there are and what it means. So that's my process. So when I thought about honoring yourself, I thought about how could I understand that? What does that look like? What does it look like to honor yourself? It's not, adulation. It's not a feeding of the ego. It's not the sense that you're, puffing up your balloons, so you get carried up into the stratosphere. That's none of that stuff. What honoring yourself is being in a place where you see who you are. And I'll give you an example with Todd, my cat. He always teaches me so much. He had 3 previous owners and was very, very upset, traumatized, adrenalized. And what I decided was I would come at him in a respectful manner, which means not coming at him at all. You get that? So instead of trying to bend him to my will, you're such a beautiful cat, let me pick you up. I feel like petting you now. I think you should go outside, so I'm going to open the door and push you out. What I did with Todd was I honored him. In other words, I would ask him, yes, he doesn't speak English, I know that, but I would ask him if he wanted to go outside, and then I would open the door and go away and leave it up to him to decide. I would offer him food, and if he didn't like that food, I would never try to give him that food again, because I was not trying to bend him to my will. Now, what if I was able to do this with me, with myself? What if I was able to be in a place where I respect who I am now, right this minute, right this very second, and I don't look at it with responses that are trying to push me to become perfect, or responses that are trying to, punish me and put me in the dark depression state for things that I can't help. And see, there's the problem right there. You can't help it. That is when you're dishonoring yourself. There's a big difference between judging who you are now, this very now, this one, and accepting. And the thing I have come to understand so deeply is when we accept who we are, yes, I am a Leo, which is a fixed sign, rigid, don't like change, don't suggest ideas to me. I've got, DNA of stubborn people, so don't just throw a suggestion at me. These are things that are not to be criticized. They are, number one, to be accepted and respected. Todd will not eat any other kind of food except this one. He will not let me pick him up. He will not let me smother him, with my hands and my arms, and because I feel like giving him love. Now, when I deal with myself, I look at the stubbornness, the anxiety, the predilection to do only that which I have always done. And I look at it with affection. It's like I'm looking at my own crazy little toddler person. You know how you do that? You got a toddler, like I was thinking about a child I saw lately who just insisted on constantly banging their head on the coffee table. It's like over and over again. And then what do you do when you see this child making these decisions that end up smacking them on the top of the head? You let them learn. You let them learn. You don't come at them with the idea that their stubbornness or their awkwardness or the slowness of how they're learning to walk is somehow bad. It isn't bad. It's just a stage that they're in. So, as a person who is 80 very soon, I've come to understand that to respect and to honor the stage I am in right now is the quickest way to get out of self-destructive behaviors or get out of behaviors that are not helping me grow. Now that seems very contradictory, that if I don't hate on myself enough, if I'm not, as a friend of mine said, I'm disgusted enough now, I can do this. Well, what if you're never disgusted? What if you're just in a place where you go, okay, you're learning. You're learning. And then you look back over your life and you see all the things that you have learned, all of the adjustments you have made, all of the victories that you have, on your badge. you're wearing on that banner across your chest. And you just honor where you are and who you are right now. And the way to do that is to teach your mind to stay in the present, instead of going into the past and going, oh my God, you were an idiot. Or looking in the future and going, oh, you have to be so much better before you go through those doors. Get on that future train. Take that new path. You just really, really have to work on yourself in order to do that. It's a rigid, aggressive, and disrespectful way to live with yourself. When you can be in the now, when you can sit in whatever is going on in your body, in your mind, in your spirit, and simply watch it, you're going to be in a place where you can let yourself grow. And that should be a song. Let yourself grow, baby. Let yourself grow. So this really came to me today because, as I shared with you before, I am planning to leave my patterns behind and to take on some risks. I put on Facebook today that as I sit and look at this trip I'm designing to go visit where my ancestors were, I feel very much like I'm becoming one of those girls I saw in high school. You know, the girls that wore the really short skirts and they drank themselves into a coma and climbed out their bedroom window and had random sex with no protection. And part of me is sitting back going, no, don't do that. You know? And I realize that's my ego. It doesn't want me to grow. So I come back to the now. I keep coming back and going, don't judge yourself. Don't be judging yourself and always giving yourself an HR report. Respect yourself. Honor who you are right now, and it makes everything possible in the future. Thank you. Thank you so much for watching my videos. Thank you so much for the ever-increasing subscribers. It's quite a thrill for me to know that you can learn from all of my mistakes. Isn't that glorious? Who knew? Who knew that making all those bad choices and taking so long to deal with life would be useful in the future? It's amazing. I am doing psychic readings that lead into us, you and I, drawing up a life contract for allowing you to become who you are meant to become. This is not about becoming a perfect anything. This is about, what does your heart want? What is your heart looking for as you grow? And we can set up a plan for that. So get a hold of me. I do not need to be in a room with you. I can simply astral travel, whatever you want to call it. I can simply read your energy and we can go from there. So get a hold of me if you want a reading. I'm also starting a newsletter so that you know about the classes I'm offering, you know about the opportunities I'm creating for my clients to grow themselves. And so if you would get a hold of me and ask to be put on the newsletter email, I would be thrilled. So today, this minute, this second, your purpose on earth is to honor who you are right now. Thank you so much. I appreciate you.